Never stop improving. Jump into our Q&A show featuring myself and Matthew Hayson to get out in front and stay out in front. Only available on the Josh Vegan membership. Imagine this. Someone starts inside of your business and they're going to come and work for you as an assistant. How long is it going to take them to actually get what you do? And this is one of the problems, is that what we find in business today is that sometimes it can take 8 months, a year, possibly even 2 or 3 years before you ever get to that point of cognition, that people actually not only really understand things, but they're actually in a position that they can significantly move the business forward. And really, we think that maybe it's induction or it's onboarding or 5,000 other things. But the reality is that you actually don't have your essential business processes super clear. Let's think about that. One of your essential business processes is how your business might generate its leads. Now, what we know in order to be able to go and generate those leads is that there's probably only 6 major lead sources. And inside of your business, what are the specific things that you do to actually work that lead source? Let's have a little bit of a look at it. We've trained over the years, for example, that buyer work is going to be one of the major lead sources. We no longer talk about open homes because what we're also talking about is inquiries to the major real estate websites, the private buyer appointments, and the open for inspections together. Now, that buyer work is going to come down to a very simple formula. We're going to go and have a look at doing the callback directly after the open for inspection, doing a second round callback if we didn't get to speak to the customer, doing a 10-day callback on the Wednesday to see if they've found anything yet, and then doing the just sold call communication where we're getting on the phone, ringing every single person that has either inspected the property or inquired on the home and letting them know about the actual sale price. Now, that's a really important part because it underpins buyer confidence about pricing, but it also allows you to find the best buyers for your buyer hit list, and it allows you to keep your buyer database super clean because you can identify the people that have entered the market or exited and are no longer looking to purchase. Now, why this is critically important is if that is your essential business process, how do you go in teaching and training your people specifically about why we do the buyer work and what to look for? Now, what we've identified is people go, oh yeah, no, I do the callback. Yeah, but you don't do the 10-day callback. Oh, I kind of do sometimes. Well, no, you either do it or you don't. And, oh, I do this just sold call, really, to everyone? Oh, only to the contract holder. No, you got to do it to everyone. And see, this is the thing. You can't be like, yeah, I did most of it. Imagine the heart surgeon. How'd you go with the heart surgery today? Yeah, I did most of it. Which part didn't you do? Oh, I didn't put the heart back in. If you're not following the process and doing those things, you're actually not doing that item. Now, we know, for example, that if you're going to make a really good quality pancake, you got to follow the recipe, right? So you got to sift the flour, you got to break the egg, you got to put the milk in, you got to stir it briskly. Then once it's all mixed together, then you need to put it in the fridge for 20 minutes, and then you've got the perfect batter for you to be able to make the pancake. What I see happening a lot in business is that people put the fry pan on, they put the flour into the fry pan, they crack the egg, 3 minutes later, they then go and put that onto the plate, and then they add the milk. It's like you got all of the ingredients, but they're just not put in the right order, and you're not following the process. And that's why you're not getting what you want. And what ends up is what I call a state of confusion, where you're like doing 5,000 different things, none of it's really working because you're grasping at straws because you haven't mastered the basics. To me, if you have a look at those 6 possible lead sources, you're looking at buyer work, you're looking at past clients, you're looking at landlords, you're looking at community, you're looking at you being in a position that you actually do a lot of social proof stuff based on the just listed and the just sold, and then you have a look at your personal network and how you can multiply those. Each of those 6 items needs to have its own essential business process. The next key thing after that essential business process is to then go and have a look at your listing presentation. Just the basic structure, the basic flow of what you do from your situation, selecting an agent, method of sale, marketing, pricing, and then finally the summary and next steps. Now that's just a logical flow. But if that's news to you and you don't have that flow, then you actually don't have an essential business process to teach. And this is where it all goes wrong. When people go, oh yeah, I just have a conversation. Well, that's actually not going to be teachable or scalable. And even worse than that, you're losing precious moments with the customer when you could be getting a conversion a lot quicker because you don't have a critical path around your questions. So the best thing that you can do as an agent is really get clear about how you generate your leads, what you actually do to win the business, and then how you actually sell the properties in under 28 days or less. That essential business process is the thing that will allow you to significantly move your business forward. You got to clearly document it, just an executive summary that actually clearly identifies each of the essential business processes. So then you can give it to those new people when they come on board and get them to the point of cognition so much faster. The interesting thing that happens here, when you start to write it down, you get clear on why you do what you do. Then you link that to measurement so you know specifically what you need to do next in order to be able to make it happen. And now this is a great example. One of the clients I was working with in our recent masterclass forum actually had 1,000 past clients. But out of those 1,000 past clients, if he was going to be working the annual checkup system that we train, he would need to be doing on average 100 annual checkups per month. Last month, he did 0 annual checkups. There's a massive problem. If past clients is going to be your lead source, if working annual checkups is going to be the system, the strategy needs to link to the dashboard, the scoreboard of the results, so we can actually see if what we're doing is getting the result. And if it's not, we need to refine the dashboard or refine the strategy and put the system in place and get the measurement there so we can actually get the results or the outcomes of you playing to your strengths. I really hope you've enjoyed our coaching tip. We look forward to seeing you next time.